Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Andy. On my channel I talk about all things burnout related, and before I give you today's topic I want to show you something and I have a question for you. Why does this apple fall? I'll show you again. So why does the apple fall? Gravity? Gravity is not the wrong answer, but there's a better one. I'll show you again. Did we get rid of gravity? No. The apple doesn't fall because I'm not letting it go. And that's what I want to talk about today, is being in control of our lives. Because when I was burning out, the phase between the first red flags that I had and hitting rock bottom, when I was getting worse, that's when I started to lose control of my life, and life was just happening to me and I didn't feel like I had anything under control. I was not even living my life. Life just happened to me. Had requests thrown at me left, right and centre, and even small requests like my wife asking me to shave made me angry and stressed me out. Oh, not another thing to do. She still asked me just yesterday if I could shave. Today it's not an issue anymore, but during my worst days it actually was. So what do I do today to be in control or have the feeling that I'm in control of my life? To me it has everything to do with how I start my day. I'll do a video later on how I organise myself and how I work with my to-do lists, but in short for today, for today's video's purpose, I get up in the morning, I do my sports, I take a shower, and then I sit down with my to-do list and plan my day. It sounds very boring and it will take time to get used to such a routine, but like this I deliberately approach my day. I know what I want to do before I leave the house. I currently work 60%, so I have to arrange my private to-dos and my Lavichka consulting to-dos around my working schedule. But still, once I sat down and looked at my to-do list, picked out a couple of priorities that I want to work on today, I know I can manage them because I allocate the appropriate time and I'm in the driver's seat of my life. I'm actually the architect of what I want to do today. I set up my day for success. Lately I read the book The Power of Agency by Dr. Paul Napper and Dr. Anthony Rao, the 7 principles to conquer obstacles, make effective decisions and create a life on your own terms. I want to pick out one principle, and that's the principle of controlling stimulation. We have to be in charge of what enters our brain, what information, what kind of information, how much information, and the quality of information as well. Now, I think this is extremely important because in today's social media worlds, newsletters, loads of emails, it's easy to be overwhelmed and just suck everything in that comes our way. We have to fine-tune that to not be overwhelmed. And there's several tips and tricks to do how to do that. For example, I have a time limitation on my iPhone for social media. I very clearly have cleaned up who I follow on various social media. I don't want to be overwhelmed. I want to have a few quality inputs. And like that, I actually have a very good feeling of controlling what information is approaching me and coming at me. It's extremely important to know and to be aware of and to actually do. We are the architects of our lives. We are the architects of our environment and of our behavior. And this is something which can set you up for success, because this is how I now feel in control of my life. On one hand, I plan my day deliberately, and I also make sure what information is entering my mind. Another thing that I do as well is I communicate very clearly with my environment. If I want to shoot this video, for example, I choose a time when the kids are taken care of by grandma. I tell my wife to let me work for 1 hour without asking me anything or just leaving me alone. She does that as well, by the way. And like this, I can ensure that I actually can work focused on what I want to do. And this also helps me giving me the feeling of being in control, because once you set your head to work on something and you actually can accomplish it, that's very much a relieving feeling of, yes, I was in charge of my life, of my day today, and it worked well. Something else that I want to mention regarding being in control, and that is stop blaming others. And that's the key moment in my recovery, when I stopped blaming my surrounding, my boss, for my situation. Yes, he and the environment were partly responsible for it, but what is the point? There's absolutely no point in being angry at other people for your situation, because again, you are the one in control. The time and the energy I wasted blaming others and feeling sorry for myself is in itself energy draining, and in itself contributed to my burnout. So stop blaming others. There's really no point in that. Take charge of your life by the steps that I just mentioned, and you will feel better, I promise you. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up. I'm very much looking forward to your comments, and I'm going to see you in the next clip. Thank you very much. Ciao.